recording, so we
Perfect.
can, yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna do it so we can start to put our names. If you're a PTSA member of the Academies of Loudoun, you can put your name in the chat. And that does not mean that you're a member of the PT board. It means you're a member of the PTSA. And we're 6 short of 500.
Oh no, you're kidding me.
I think I'm gonna just buy 6 and just.
I'll help you with that. Let's divide it 3 and 3.
Well, once we do this senior scholarship thing, I'm hoping that those who want to be part of the raffle are not members yet, and they will become members and we'll hit 500.
Oh, that would be great. That's another great marketing. Good job.
Thank you. I try. You know, I learned so much in my marketing world. I'm gonna, something's got to pay off. All right. I'm going to work on going live here. So give me a minute to talk amongst yourselves. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Sorry, I don't have music. I should. I didn't learn from the PTA in their meeting when they had music. I thought about it. It didn't happen.
What type of music do you prefer? I have my Spotify open. I can just select.
There you go. I don't care. Sure.
How about the jazz music? Should we start with jazz?
Sure. Jeez, a little more upbeat there.
I like it. No bad.
After a long work day, I think it just works.
We're just gonna go live there. I'm not gonna overthink it. And I'm gonna. Oh my gosh, 10 people are waiting to enter. Guess I better get back to this. Jenna's here.
We're gonna have a lot of students participating tonight.
I know, I'm hoping that we do. We already got 21. Kashfi's not coming. Okay, so if you're just joining us and you're a member of the PTSA, if you can put your name in the chat, the member of the Academies of Loudoun PTSA, that means you've paid your dues of $15 for an individual or $7 for a student or staff. It does not mean that you only have an account on PT board. It means you've paid your dues. So you can add your name to the chat. That would be awesome. And if you guys can mute yourselves too while we're waiting to begin, that would be great. Otherwise, I'll mute you for you. Okay, here comes Michelle. Hello, Jenna. Hello,
hey,
now.
everybody. It's good to see you again.
Hi, Jenna.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
I love your background.
Oh, thank you.
So beautiful. Very spring.
I'm ready for spring. It was beautiful today.
All right, we'll give it another minute here. So I'm trying to see who's here from my board. All right, so I got Tarun, I got Pramila, I got Vivek, I got Ferry. I'm waiting on Tappy. She's here. Okay, and then Mr. Wilburn's supposed to be here. I'm hoping he joins shortly. There are 27 of us so far, so.
Very good.
Yes. Hopefully a lot of students. If you're just joining us and you're a PTSA member of the Academies of Loudoun, if you can put your name in the chat, that would be great so we can take attendance. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Okay, 7:03. Okay, we are going to begin, I think. Yep, we got some. Here comes.
म्यूट पे कर दिया म्यूट पे कर दिया
If you can
म्यूट पे
mute
कर दिया
too, while if you're not speaking, if you can stay muted, that would be great because we've got 29 people on the call, so I want to reduce feedback as much as possible. Okay, where are my online docs? All right, bear with me 1 minute here. Okay, all right, so we're going to call the meeting to order. And welcome everybody. So we've got 28, 29 people here. We'll introduce ourselves. The board members will introduce ourselves, and then we have some distinguished guests with us, and I'll introduce them. My name is Jory Galnett, and I'm president of the Academies of Loudoun PTSA.
I am Ferry Riar, and I'm secretary of Academy of Loudoun PTSA.
Hi, everyone. This is Tappy. I'm treasurer.
I'm Tarun. I am the VP of events.
and I'm Vivek. I'm VP of fundraising.
Hi, I'm Pramila. I'm the communications director. I'm just walking downstairs to another room, so that's why I don't have my video on. I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. Who else do we have? I was going to say no, but not yet. All right, I think we got everybody. So here comes Mr. Wilburn. Okay, so we are live streaming this to our private Facebook page that the Academies of Loudoun PTSA has, and we are recording it, so we will post it on our YouTube page and post that link also for everybody. I do want to introduce, we have some distinguished guests with us because I had invited them to attend the recognition for those who have participated in the Virginia PTA programs that we had over the year. So we have the president of the Virginia PTA, Pamela B. Kroom, is here. She is there. And then there's Jenna Alexander, who's the president-elect of the Virginia PTA. Many of you know her she attended our meeting when we were becoming a PTSA a couple years ago now, I guess. So she is in Hamilton. And then I had invited Scott Ryan. I don't see him. I don't think he's here on the call yet. And then we have past president Donna Colombo, who lives in Ashburn, past president of the Virginia PTA. So past, present, and future are all here. And next we are going to approve the agenda. And so I will screen share my agenda. I'm sorry, I don't, usually in person, we would have it to hand out, but we don't have that. And I wasn't fancy enough with the new system that I haven't learned yet to have the agenda up all the time. So I will screen share what I have, and then we will approve it. So give me 2 minutes, or not even 2 minutes. It's going to be a minute. Where is it? Okay. So here's the agenda for everyone to kind of peruse. It's pretty normal. We go through approval of the minutes. We'll have the Academies of Loudoun report. We will then have our Virginia PTA program student recognition. We're going to have a budget vote for senior scholarship raffle. Then we'll have chairperson reports, elected officer reports, new business, upcoming events, and then we are adjourned. So this is our agenda. So is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
Second,
Okay, is there any discussion on that? All right, the agenda, are all in favor of the agenda being approved?
all.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, all right. Anybody who's a member of PTSA and any,
Aye.
okay, anybody not approve? Okay, good. All right, so no changes or deletions will be made going forward. If you have something new to talk about, we will talk about it in new business. So that's where we'll do that. All right, so the approval of the minutes from March 11th, 2021 PTSA meeting.
Great. I have posted the minutes of March 11 PTSA meeting for your review on PT board. Are there any corrections? If there are no correction, can I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Can anyone second that? Second?
Mhm.
Awesome. Thank you. The minutes stand approved as read and corrected.
Great, thank you. If you're just joining us too, please put your name in the chat so we can take attendance. And if you're a PTSA member of the Academies of Loudoun, please, so go, if you're only if you're a PTSA member of the Academies of Loudoun, go ahead and put your name in there so we can take attendance that way. All right, next up, Academies of Loudoun report from Mr. Wilburn, Director of MATA.
Good evening, everyone. Can I get a thumbs up to make sure everybody can hear me? Because I have to admit I'm a rookie when it comes to Zoom. We do so it took me about 5 minutes to figure out how to turn on the actual audio on this. So here we are. So hard to believe that we're getting the home stretch right now. I was just commenting and saying, I don't know if those either know this or not, but a year ago I actually had an incredibly bad case of COVID. Ended up in the hospital for 3 days. But I remember it was around this time, it was about the first week of April or so when I was finally starting to recover. And I remember back then they were saying it was questions about whether or not we were going to be able to do live graduations or not. And I remember naively back then thinking, well, of course we're going to be able to do that in June. That's, you know, it's still a couple months away. There's no way we're not going to be able to be back and doing things live by then. And lo and behold, here we are a full calendar year later, and life has not been the same at all in the last year. So it's been a challenge, but at the same time, I got to say, I've been incredibly impressed with the students stepping up and with the parents, with teachers and staff and everyone. Everyone's done a great job. So it's a busy time of year when all of our student competitions are taking place. What makes them different this year is most of them are virtual. And of course, the biggest one has been within the last month. We've had our regional science and engineering fair. The Academies of Loudoun had an unprecedented success at that this year. Altogether, we had 49 students who received awards, and it's a little odd because a couple of the students teams. So it's so there were not quite 49 actual projects that were put in, or projects that received awards, but there's 49 different Academy students that received them. Out of those 49, 13 of them were first place finishes in their field of study, 6 second place finishes, 11 third place finishes, and then most impressively is that we had 4 students who were finalists to move directly to the International Science and Engineering Fair. And then most of our other top this week in the Virginia Science and Engineering Fair, if they have a second chance there, if they place high enough there, they can also move on directly to the internet. That received the prestigious Willowcroft Award for a project that they did in engineering mechanics, and that's basically the top money winner. There's several $1,000s that are awarded to the student who receives that. So congratulations to all of our students participating there. Also, this time of year, our competitions, we have HOSA. That is our student association. It's associated with our health and medical science classes. They also had their state leadership conference competitions here recently. We had 19 students that received awards, including 2 first place finishes, and also our graphics communications classes participated in Skills US competitions at the state level and are now moving on to the national and international level. Couple celebrations that we've had, of course, PTSA very instrumental in supporting us through our Pi Day celebrations almost a month ago, that a couple weeks before spring break. Thank you so much for the donations and the support that you gave us there. Students had a great time participating in that. We also did a Spirit Days, students dressing up with different themes through the course of the week. And then just a couple other things, just a reminder, we do have our plant sale that's coming up, going to be the first full week of May. So the May 4th through the 7th is when our plant sale is going to be at the greenhouse. And then also we have lots of different exciting activities and things that are going on, such as the house build project through building construction, and HVAC classes and masonry is running full speed. They anticipate to be pouring the footers on the foundation for the house sometime within the next week. That should take place. If you ever you're in Leesburg, it's the site location they're building on is on Weird Street in Leesburg, and it's actually on the I guess let's say that it's on the north I guess west side of northeast side. Anyway, it's on the side that's over by the food line as you come down King Street. So if you're there, take a swing by and take a look at it and see. It's pretty impressive to see what our students are doing. So week is going to be the return to 4 days of instruction for students 9 through 12 as we come back into the building and we transition back in. So that's all I have for a school report. Does anybody have any questions for me or anything they want to comment on?
Actually, on the plant sale, because we've had a couple questions, is that going to be, I'm guessing people will have to order online and then it'll be a drive-through pickup, or do you have info on that?
So it's going to be a hybrid, I guess you could say. We are required to follow. So it is a activity. How do I phrase this? We have to follow what they call the social gathering guidelines for that it's not considered like a store or business is allowed to have a certain amount of capacity based on the size of their building. We are not a functioning business, and so we have to follow what they call the social gathering guidelines. Those have been relaxed in recent days, which means that we will be allowed to allow a certain number of patrons into the greenhouse at a time. Basically, what we'll have to do is stand out front and have somebody monitor and count the number of people that are in and leaving, and let people come in and out. I believe that Ms. Chavez is also going by for people to order things in advance. I anticipate when I last talked with her right before spring break, she was going to finalize those plans and then send them out via the announcements and via social media and things.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sure she's partnered with us before with helping with some stuff. So,
all right.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. So that was, I appreciate the report and everything. Does anybody have any questions for?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
What are the current ideas for graduation? Will it be an online thing like last year, or any ideas for in-person stuff?
So I know that Dr. Pretty and like in our in meetings we've been discussing that, and actually we have not finalized what those plans are going to be. If you look, the Public Information Office did release the information that has been was that they gave a date and it just said virtual presentation. Right now, Doc has been discussing and talking about what plans we have, if we're going to be able to do anything or how exactly that's going to. And so we're asking for a little bit of patience in this, but as soon as that's finalized, we'll get that out to everyone as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Were there other questions for Mr. Wilburn?
All right.
No. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Great.
Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time. Thank you. You're welcome to stay as always.
I will.
Okay, next is our Virginia PTA program student recognition. So we've had some people working hard on this over, well, since the beginning of the school year with different things. And I wanted to have Pam Kroom, the president of the Virginia PTA, was going to say just a few words, and then we will get into the presentation.
Figure out what my unmute button is. Good evening, everyone. It is definitely a pleasure to be with you all this evening. This is actually my first event as a Virginia PTA president, so very excited to be here. Definitely our students stepped up in a year that was completely through virtual instructions, and the students with the Academies of Loudoun took that challenge on in stride and created some exceptional work. I want to take the opportunity to once again congratulate Erica Brown on her artwork being chosen for our limited edition 100th anniversary t-shirt. So we're very excited about that. That went on sale Monday, so we're very excited. So thank you, students, for taking part in our PTA programs. We appreciate you sharing all your talent with us. Creativity takes courage. I know this is only the tip of the iceberg for you, so please continue creating and sharing your talents with us. Congratulations to all the honorees tonight, because you are all winners, and we look forward to another imaginative year. So thank you.
Thanks, Madam President. How many PTAs are in the state?
We are around about 1,400 around the state.
Okay, that's awesome. So we appreciate you being here. I'm sure you had 1,399 other invitations for tonight, but we.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So I am going to turn this over to actually Luisa Nuzaro and Lynn Tuttle were our reflections chairs, and they did a fabulous job this year in we had what 2.5 times the number of entrants that we had last year. And so I really appreciate their time with this and with the ranging the judges, and because it's near and dear to my heart with these Virginia PTA programs. I think they're fabulous, and I am very excited that our high school was one of a couple actually in the area that really participated in this, because I think it's really important for these kids to be able to shine and excel in other areas besides academics necessarily. So, and then Ferry Riar, our PTSA secretary, we had put the PTA programs fell under her duties, if you will, so that the chairs and things would report to her, and then she would report back to our meetings as to what was happening. So I am going to turn it over to these ladies, and they will have their presentation.
Awesome.
Great.
I'm
Thank you,
gonna
Dory.
share my screen so Luisa can start.
All right. Great. Thank you, Ferry.
So
I want to
welcome.
give a shout out to my co-chair, Lynn Tuttle, really quickly, for helping me this year. We had sort of a skeleton crew, and with COVID being what it was this year, we weren't able to go into the schools, and recruit kids for this wonderful program. But they stepped up and they really surprised us, and we're so glad that we were able to be a part of this again this year. We're proud to share that in our second year of offering the Reflections program, our students, like Jory said, more than doubled the number of submissions in the contest. This positive growth is really exciting and encouraging, especially after this year of challenges living through a pandemic. So it's our pleasure tonight to recognize the students participating in this program, as well as the students who moved on to receive awards at the regional and state levels. These accomplishments wouldn't be possible without the engagement of our students, our parents, our administration, staff, and the PTSA here at the Academies. So thank you all for making these opportunities possible for our students. This is a little bit of a long slideshow, but we've listed the winners first, and we wanted to also make sure that you were able to see some of the works and snippets of works from all of our participants. Unfortunately, just due to Zoom being what it is and with connections, we weren't able to play some of the music in the film, but I hope you enjoy looking at some of the really wonderful works that your students have put together and represented the Academies in such a positive way this year. So thank you, everyone.
Awesome.
You can click
Lynn?
through, Ferry, if you want to.
Okay, very good. I was just wondering if Lynn is going to be speaking to.
Sure, I mean, Lynn, please say something if you would like to
just-
add. You know,
No, you did a
a
beautiful
lot of
job
work.
as always, Louisa. I was just going to say the theme this year was I matter because. So
thank
hold
you.
that theme in your head as you, especially as you look at and reflect on the art that you'll see.
Absolutely. And I'm going to try to actually showcase some of the art that is almost. These
I know
are amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing. And I just wanted to note, we've said this before, but it's pretty rare for high schools to participate in this program. We all know high school kids get so busy, especially, we've got kids at the academies that are involved in so many different things. And, we don't even really have an art program at the academies, but we know that we've got kids that are in music, that, are in the graphics programs, that do things outside of school. And, this is a really fantastic way to showcase their talent. And we're so proud of them for representing the academies. They've done really, really well. We've gotten all the way to the state level, twice in 2 years. So I think that's a pretty good record.
Thank you, Louisa and Lynn. As Jory mentioned, they've done a fabulous job and our students have done a great job. And I want to thank Virginia PTA for offering these programs. And we have the opportunity to offer that to our students. With that said, I wanted to also give a shout out to our participant in other contests as well. First is the citizenship essay participants, Academy of Loudoun participants. This year's theme for the citizenship essay was how do we stand together while so far apart? I'm going to name the students who participated in citizenship essay: Addison Buck, Ruhan Konanki, Aryan Bopalma, Somaya Sharma, Nurmi Chakrabarti, Diraj Reddy Indela, Sujit Bantala, Tarun Ravi Kumar, Dia Das. Congratulations to all of them. And we had the first place winner in the state. Congratulations to Dia Das. I actually had the opportunity to read your essay as well, and it was amazing. It was a beautifully well-written essay, well-deserved. Next is the Virginia PTA t-shirt design. We have the following student who participated in the t-shirt design: Erica Brown, Hanan Fonda, Ibad Hassan, Camila Smith, Caitlin Jones, and Arjun Log. Congratulations to Erica Brown. As Pam said, her design was the winner of the Virginia PTA t-shirt design contest. And the interesting thing is that this year was the 100th anniversary of Virginia PTA. And her design is printed as a limited edition of the t-shirts. So congratulations, Erica. Next is the Virginia PTA Senior Scholarship. We had 3 students, 3 of our seniors from Academy of Loudoun who participated: Tarun Ravi Kumar, Clara Rossi, and Mari Roborg. Again, we do not know yet if we have any of our students who are receiving senior scholarship. I'm sure Pam, if you know the date for that, when they will be released.
That should be coming soon. They are in judging as we speak.
Awesome. With that said, I just want to say congratulations again to all of the Academy of Loudoun participants in the Virginia PTA contest. PTSA would like to congratulate all of you guys. And with that, we are giving $25 Amazon gift card to all of our participants. I have sent the email to all of you guys. If you have not yet responded, please let me know what email address you would like your gift card to be sent to. With that, I will turn it back to Jory. Did I miss anything, Jory?
No, that was great. Thank you. And so Tarun, how many things did you enter there? Tarun's on our board, so we give Tarun a hard time because we made sure Tarun submitted his info for the scholarship and, did things. So how many things did you have? Was it 2?
I think I did 2. Yeah, 2 of
okay.
them. Yeah.
So you'll be getting $50. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
So, and yes, with our PTA friends on this call, we are keeping track of everyone and their names because we know gift cards can be a little dicey. So we are keeping track of that in case we get audited. So, but yeah, and then next year, we hope that this carries over and that we will, that the students will be able to, will participate again and that it will just keep going and growing. So that's my hope for that. So anyway, thank you. I appreciate everyone who's part of with the Virginia PTA programs and especially the state representatives that are here. So thank you. You are welcome to stay also, my Virginia PTA friends, but you also may go on and have a life because I know you have other meetings that you have to attend to. So thank you, appreciate it. But you are welcome to stay. Okay, so the next thing, which is very exciting that we are going to do is we want to have a senior scholarship raffle. And why we're doing this is because we are grateful that this year that, and I know PTAs have been struggling this year across the state. Our PTA, we are grateful that we have extra surplus of money because generally we want to have about $5,000 for the next board to take over beginning July 1. And we have a surplus of money that we want to give back to our students. So how we're going to do this, so we don't honestly have to read essays and things like this, we are going to have a raffle. So after we take this vote, and hopefully it will pass, I'm assuming it will, how this will happen is that we will have a Google form that the seniors will be able to submit their name, probably email address, phone number, where they're potentially going to either college, university, or trade school. And then we will do a raffle on that we've used before at our meeting in May. And then we will pick 10 seniors from that. And those 10 seniors will be able to, will win $500 each towards again, university, college, or trade school they'll be going to. So at the direction of, thank you to Pam Kroom, how the Virginia PTA does it, we will be sending that money directly to the institution as we will not be writing the check directly to the student. So hopefully that does not discourage people. But we will, so that is our plan, is to be able to give 10 $500 scholarships to the seniors. One of the caveats is the seniors must be a PTSA member. So we are 6 short of 500 right now members. And I'm hoping that will be good incentive for them to become PTSA members at $7 for students. And it's tax deductible, so you can use it on your taxes next year. And so we will do that. So be on the look. We will send that information, the form via, I'm sure we'll post it on Instagram. I'm sure we'll post it on Twitter. We will post it on Facebook, and we will send it via Connect Ed. And we will go from there with that information. So without further ado, so the budget vote is to move $5,000 into the senior scholarship raffle line item in the PTSA budget. So the 5,000 is moving out of the surplus that we have in the bank account, and a new line item will be created in the budget for senior scholarship raffle. Is there a motion to move forward with this vote?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Does anybody have any questions on this? Nope. Okay. So now we will we'll do with a show of hands from our membership. So this is where it's important. You're a PTSA member. So Ferry, we will sorry, Deborah, I see your note. We'll send you a list of that. So Ferry, we'll try and take a screenshot or something. So with the PTSA members, we need a majority vote to pass this. So we have 27 people here, and hopefully majority of you are members. This is where it gets a little dicey, but anyway, we'll do it. So all in favor of moving $5,000 into the senior scholarship raffle line, please raise your hand. And of course, now I have people who don't have their screens on.
If they could use a reaction right at the bar,
Okay.
at the bottom bar, and just press that as raising hand, that would be great as well, if you don't have your videos on.
Okay, that'd be great. Great
Thank
idea. Thank you. Because we'll have video with that. So. All right, let's see. Madhuri, thank you. You're a member. I know that. No, you're a member. You can vote. Michelle Carey can vote. You're a member. Sorry, I'm going down the list here. Pramila, you're a member. Mr. T, you're a member. I don't see yours yet. Vivek, you're a member. Ferry, you're a member.
Yes.
Oh, you raised your hand. I see. I'm going down the list here. I'm looking on the side. So, okay. So it looks like we have a majority. So were there anybody opposed to this? Okay, no. So wonderful. So that passes a majority vote, and we will move that $5,000 into a line item, and we will get going on that form for the seniors. And we're excited to have that come May. So thank you very much, everybody. Okay, moving on to our chairperson reports. So tonight, Lynn Tuttle wears her other hat, and she is the nominations chair and will reveal our slate for the 2021-22 PTSA board.
All right, you able to see that, Ms. Jory?
Yes.
So thank you to everyone who put forward their name in nomination, and we really appreciate folks stepping forward to help continue to lead this great PTSA, and many thanks, of course, to the current board members who are, we've got one who's put forward to continue, but to all of those who've done amazing work this year, because we are learning from you and, getting to continue your great work and move it forward. So the folks who've put forward their names include myself for president, for VP of events, and please, if I mispronounce your name, please feel free to chime in and correct me. Madhuri Sasale, VP for fundraising, Nell Janardhan. For treasurer, I'm just going to say Tappy because that's how Jory announces you, if that's okay. And for secretary, I'm absolutely going to go with Mr. T. And communications director, Michelle Carey. So I believe the next, we put forward the slate at this meeting and announce it through our public communications channels, along with information from each of the candidates. And then we will have a vote at the next meeting in May. And then the transition is for the July 1 start of the next fiscal year of this nonprofit PTSA. And thanks to Ferry and Eva and Jory for your help as we put together this nominations committee work this spring.
Great. And also, just as people can, they know they've worked and put forth bios. And so we will be sending out bios also with all of the candidates. People may run from the floor. So I do want to put that out there at the meeting in May. But as of right now, with it being one person per line, we can do a voice vote at that meeting for the board. But if anyone does decide to run from the floor for a position, we will have to do an electronic vote, and we'll do that through PT board like we did last year. So anyway, that is the information, and we are very excited that we have a full board, because it is, I've been on some calls with some of the PTSA president or PTA presidents in the area, and they're having a hard time getting people because people haven't been in person. So you haven't been able to form the relationships to find out who will do this or who wants to help. And so I've always been very grateful that the parents and students, our VP of events here is a student. Our current one is a student, and Madhuri is a student. So that's very exciting. And anyway, I appreciate everyone stepping up to serve in this way. So
yes, thanks everyone, and thanks to Eva, who did such a great job with helping us out on the nominations committee.
Awesome. All right, so we have that. So Tarun, what's up with our student challenge?
Yeah, so we had the Pi Day event, and then we had a student challenge. So with the student challenge, let me share my screen. I think if we go over that. Okay, so let's go over the Pi Day thing. So now last meeting, we talked about the Pi Day voting and everything. So the voting is all done and we have all the winners. So we allowed teachers to also participate and we had teachers win, this is a teacher winning teachers. And then we had a bunch of students also participate and many students won. So here are all the winners. Winners for sticker contest. This is for the making a pie contest. This is for the maker.
You can slow down a little bit, Tarun. You can
Okay,
slow down.
I will slow down. All right, here.
Okay.
Make us. You know how about I go back and I'll I'll back up. Yeah, I'll back up.
Some of
Yeah.
us are not as quick as you, Tarun.
Okay, I'll
We're a
back
little
up.
older.
I'll back up. All right, here's a sticker. This is the first place winner. Second place. And here are all the votes. So for the pie submissions, here how the percentage was broken apart. So 38% won for first place, 13%, 15% did second place, and 13% of all votes went to the third place person.
You can tell Tarun is the nerd from the Academies. He made a pie chart.
Then this is the maker contest, and because we're at the Academies, we really want to prioritize like making stuff. So we had a maker contest where they can make any artifact they wanted and submit an image for that. And we also had a maker video contest where it's the same thing, but you can make any video you want. So here's one. This one day he made in Rubik's cubes. He had the pie logo. And this is me. And then
Wait, who was that guy? Who was that guy? Go back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then for the pie video, oh, it's me again. So there were a bunch of submissions. And then for everyone who voted, we also gave, we had a raffle for whoever voted, had a chance of winning. So here are all the people who voted. And then every staff who voted was also entered into a raffle. So we raffled out a few prizes for that. Then Python. Python was also pretty cool because we had an AOS club manage the Python and they did an awesome job. And it was a contest where over 5 days, they released a set of like fun challenges related to Pi. And the team who completed the most challenges won that. So, and then here are the staff winners. And this is the first place winner for this. And one fun thing about this is first place team gets $100, but each individual team member also gets $100. So like this team got $300 worth of prizes. And like so on, like for this one, each person got $50. So this was a pretty fun event. And yeah, and we had a survey and many people loved this event. And like as a student, I've talked to many other students and they said this event went really well. So next year, hopefully we do it again next year because this was awesome. Then for the student event, so over this year, we have had an event where students can do activities and earn points for those activities, and they can redeem those points for money. So again, here are all the activities. And sadly, as the year is coming to an end, we are, in a month, we will be ending this event. So if any of your students who are doing this event, we urge everyone to start redeeming their points right here. They can go submit their activities. And from here, they can select redeem points and they can redeem their points for gift cards. And again, if you go back, prizes, 1,000 points is a $10 gift card and 2,000 points is a $20 gift card. And we've had so many submissions for this event. It went really well. So we look forward to like getting all the gift cards sent out to everyone. And I will send a link for the slideshow and the website in the chat in a minute.
Tarun, can you talk about how many submissions you had for the student event?
We have a lot of submissions. So every week we get like 30 different submissions. So in total, we've had over like 1,000, 2,000 submissions. So people are really doing this event. And yeah, it's really great to see everyone like, because everyone in all the pathways, you have many AET people, many AOS people, many Monroe people. So it's like a full like school-wide event, which was awesome. Yeah. Any questions?
That's great, Tarun. I mean, you have really taken this because we knew this was going to be hard this year with COVID. and you took that and made it a virtual event. And I have to say, you did a fabulous job with it. And with the engagement and trying to engage the entire school, you did it. So
Thank you.
thank you.
And I echo that. That's fairly fantastic, greatly fantastic work, Tarun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tarun, so is that ending? So is it tomorrow is the end of the quarter, right?
Yeah, so it's ending end of this month. So everyone still has plenty of time to redeem whatever they want. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure when we were ending it. So I had submissions were due by April 30th. Is that fair? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So redeem it by end of the month, basically.
Okay. And Tarun made those websites, like in his spare time, he put these websites together. So he did all of that work in terms of for the board and everything, which was great. So
Yeah, Tarun had a lot of time on his hands. He was
yes.
only applying to like 10 schools and doing the science fair. So, he's a senior.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of time, right, Tarun?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, totally.
Yes. And he sits on like 4 or 5 boards. Like he puts the rest of us to shame. So
No.
So thank you, Tarun. We'll hear from you again. And well, I guess we will hear from you again under the elected reports. But okay, Pallavi is our staff appreciation chair.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? Yes, so we are planning and I'm working on that again. One more goodie bag to keep everyone's safety in mind and to appreciate our hardworking teacher. This is, we can see that everyone's home. It's really crazy right now. So they really, we need it. We need to thank them. Working on that, and this time budget is a little better. So thanks to Jory about that. And let's see, I can come up with some more creative and better ideas, and hopefully everyone like it.
No, yeah, great thing. And Sarah, did you see Sarah's note today? McDonald, she wanted to help too. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I can coordinate with her. Maybe I'll give her a call tomorrow sometime.
Yeah.
And figure it out, and I'll let you know, update on that if we can do that, that will be great.
Yeah, I was trying to get her to donate Bojangles free sandwich for everybody.
Yeah.
So we'll see what she can do,
Yeah, that would be
well, they
good
own
idea.
that. So I was like, maybe she's got a little bit of pull. So she
Okay.
can maybe get everybody a free sandwich. But
sure, perfect.
Okay, thank you, Pallavi. We appreciate that. So we'll get pictures, and we can post pictures of what we end up doing for our staff appreciation in May.
Of course. Thanks.
Okay, but neither Anjali nor Kashvi are here. So, and there are MSAC reps. So bear with me 1 minute as I pull up their report, and I will read that for people. So it's going to be story time. So just hold on 1 second for me. Okay, so with MSAC, this is the Minority Student Achievement Committee. I forgot the C. Anyway, Jenna can probably help me. And so the events, there was a Great Expectations virtual showcase celebrating Black legends. And then Meharry Medical College, evidently there's an event coming up, and there's interested students. We have an email here that we will post if students were interested in hearing about Meharry Medical College. Updates, MSAC is seeking nominations for Fisher Award, MSAC Student Award, Delegate Award, and Equity Lead. Inclusion in education guest speaker was Mr. Harry Weaver. He was an equity consultant. And action or state of including or of being included within a group or structure. Inclusion should cover not only student of color, but also include all marginalized groups such as LGBTQ+ and disabled. Experiences people go through as they age gets them thinking about their core beliefs of difference or biases, even if they don't change completely. Training and education may still not be able to break barriers or their thoughts of white privilege, but initial self-examination or introspection does help to evolve one's thoughts. But in some cases, people that can't change just tend to leave the situation and move away. So the PTA's role in inclusion, guest speaker was Kristen Shabanowitz. I don't believe she's on the call. I think she was going to try and hop on. She's the Hunt District Director, and she talked about how all the Loudoun schools fall within the Hunt District PTA, which is under the Virginia PTA, which is under National PTA. The PTA encourages advocacy for inclusion. National PTA puts out position statements, and all underlying PTAs follow these statements. PTA current initiatives include creating culturally diverse events, communicating and advocating for student safety and success of LGBTQIA group students, and educate parents and educators about discrimination and bullying. Inclusive practices and quality instructions. The guest speakers, Ryan Tyler, Supervisor of Research, and Mrs. Spurlock, Director of Equity. They address the need for greater cultural responsiveness in teaching and learning processes in LCPS. They ensured LCPS is asset-based and not focusing on students' deficits. Parents needing language assistance can approach schools and request for translation services. They can also request for these services to be discreet and to avoid being singled out. You can meet with the school counselor about specialized and extracurricular programs. Parents' attendance at IEP meetings are key for student success, and provide teachers with inclusion training. So that is what I have, the report I received from MSAC. It's great that we always ask at the beginning of the year for the parents to be representatives to attend the MSAC meetings, also attend the SEAC meetings, Special Education Advisory Committee. I do not have a report from Shanaz Khan for the SEAC rep. She's actually the VP, one of the VPs on the SEAC committee, and they didn't have their notes out yet, and she had another meeting tonight. So, but we will get those posted. We include those in our notes, and it's been great. We've had all the input that we've had from each of those committees each month. So Lata, I don't believe she is on the call. She's our membership chair. So again, here's my plug for membership. We're at 494. We have 278 businesses or individuals that are members, 151 students, and 65 staff. So again, we are 6 short. So we are hoping to break that 500 barrier. Last year we had 640 some, but we're still grateful that we've had as many members as we have. And that helps support with the PTA and just says that you're in agreement with what we do for our students and our staff. And some of the money does go back to support, again, these great programs that we talked about that the Virginia PTA supports. So we are very happy to be part of as a PTSA, part of the PTA, and membership is important. So pass the word around, please. And if you have an account on, I always say this, if you have an account on PT Board, which is acl.ptboard.com, which I believe Pramila might have just put in the chat, you can, and she did put in the chat if you want to get a membership. Having an account on there does not mean you're a member. So being a member means you've paid dues. It's $15 for a student, or I'm sorry, $15 for an individual or business, $7 for a student, or $7 for staff. And we do keep those numbers low because it's not a fundraiser, but we just want people to be able to feel connected and join and agree with what we're doing for the student and staff community. So any questions there with membership? Okay, our elected officer reports, me again. So I've talked about membership. I talked about with teacher and club grants have ended. Club grants are open for a little while longer. We've had 37 teachers apply for grants, and Tappy will share the money amount in a little bit, but we were happy to be able to give at least some teachers $50 or $100 each towards grants, and to be able to, so they could buy some things they needed for their home office to be able to use for virtual learning, etc. So we were happy to support them in that way. The clubs have been a little more difficult this year just because it's been with the virtual thing and the students haven't been as connected to do that, but we were offering the clubs grants also. And we, on a couple of like the National Technical Honor Society, we were able to buy them cords for the seniors and some other things they'll use. And we were able to help the parent liaison out. She was able to take advantage of a grant. And then Tarun, of course, is on a number of clubs, and he is also going to take advantage of those clubs, the club money too, since we have that budgeted and available for them. So any questions for me from anyone? No? Okay, I got one meeting left, then that's out, then I'm drop the mic, peace out. So at any rate, all right, next is Tarun. Did you have anything else to add, Tarun?
Nope, nothing has changed in the past like 20 minutes.
Okay, all right, excellent.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I didn't know if you created another website or something.
Yeah.
Want to make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, Vivek.
Yes, so we have two fundraising events that are going on right now. Well, another one is going to start and one is going on. Which one is the signs for the yard and the senior banners. It's open till April 16th, so you can order signs for your Academies of Loudoun student. And thank you, Jory, for arranging all of this with Holton Signs. Thank you very much.
I was giving you a hard time the other day.
Yeah. The other thing that we are trying to do is having an SAT test. We had last time we did a practice SAT test with C2. We had about 240 students who signed up and they took the test. Of course, this is a different year. This is an online year. The way we are trying to do this time is have this test online, and this time we are not trying to control that the students does take the test over, all the students take test over one weekend. The way we are going to do is have them sign up, and then they can schedule their own test during whatever period over next 2 months, 3 months, or next month or so. But the registration will be open very soon, and the test will be conducted by C2. So that's big. One of the biggest fundraising events that we do. And there's nothing else for me. Anybody else?
Because we're looking to start that with signups on PT board. We're looking to start that in mid-April, and then it'll probably end in the beginning of June, just because our fiscal year does end June 30th. So we need to begin to wrap things up. But just, we like that idea of having the rolling SAT, ACT practice tests. So we can offer it so the students can, because there's a test in May and June, SAT, right? Or ACT. Or
yeah.
Yeah. And so we're trying to piggyback on those. So any questions in regards to that? And also Pramila just posted too, we do have an Amazon Smile account. So we finally have that, and it is available. So hook us up and have us get your few cents from everything you buy from Amazon. So everything counts. So we appreciate it. So, and the used book sale actually will be canceled this year. I'm sorry. I know everyone's going to shed a tear. It's just too hard within the school and trying to arrange that, but possibly next year they will maybe continue that, because the books are all sitting in the storage unit that we have. So that is that. All right. Any questions for Vivek? Nope. Okay. Pramila.
I don't have anything much other than encouraging everybody to get a membership on our webpage, acl.ptboard.com. Like Julie said, we are at 482 for paid members. We'd like to get that to 500 if possible before we close out the year. We have 1,000+ members registered who have an account on ptboard.com. That does not mean that they are all members of the PTSA, but they're registered and they get emails and newsletters that I put out through PT Board. So PT Board is our one-stop communication tool where we have our online directory. We have sign-ups for events. I mean, previous years, that's how we've gotten the community together to sign up for volunteer events, staff appreciation, student events, and Pi Day. You know, if you need help with anything, that's how the community has come together. That's where we have people pay for things. Like Vivek was just talking about the practice SAT test. So PT board will have a place for you to pay for taking the test. And then we have our Facebook page, which sees most of the action. We have 698 members on the page. It's a closed group, and you have to answer 3 questions to be admitted into the group. We have 41 followers on Twitter, 100 plus on Instagram. Like I always say, the parents are all on the Facebook page, the staff is on the Twitter page, and the students are all on the Instagram page. So we're trying to cover all our bases with the different social media. Michelle hopefully will start a TikTok or whoever gets to be the communications director next year. But that has not been something that I'm, that's in my comfort zone. So I've not done that yet. But I do send out the newsletters every month through the communication, the PT board page. And then we also send out messages through PJAR and Connected, which the school helps us send out through the larger community. So that's all I have.
Yeah, thank you very much. Any questions for Pramila with info? We're trying to keep everybody informed. We did get a good shout out. I saw that we do our best with keeping the community informed and what's going on at the academies and answer questions. And so we keep doing that. We're going to get to 700. If we can't get to 500 members, we're going to get to 700 on Facebook, Pramila. So, we're too short. So, okay.
I'm happy to say that I just admitted Jenna yesterday.
Oh.
I'm like, yay, now we can get the whole Virginia PTA into our, packing of the Virginia PTA into our system here.
Excellent. Okay, so next, Tappy. Show us the money, Tappy, show us the money.
Hi, good afternoon. I would like to share my screen.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go. So here is our budget. I have updated until April 4th. This is the amount have through membership, and this one is with all the donations that we have collected, which include SAT practice also. For expenses, we have $3,238 until today. That includes all the fees, fees, also printing supplies, which we don't have anything for this year yet, and insurance and PTA dues. And then for total teacher grant, we have paid almost $1,800 and club funding on almost $200, a lot less than $200. So this time with staff appreciation, we have spent $7,383 until today. And right now we have almost 5,500 in our bank.
No, Tappy, actually, I think there's a correction on that. The staff appreciation isn't right. So we'll need to talk about that. I don't know if that was supposed to be Pi Day. I think because we did have staff appreciation, and we did give, we'll have to talk about, I think you might have misplaced the money for Pi Day in the staff appreciation.
Okay, then we will talk about it.
Okay, yeah, because the staff appreciation, we sent gift cards for them, and then we did, but I did have that money I put in for Pi Day. So
okay,
yeah, we'll talk about getting that corrected.
Yeah, we will talk about that.
So no one sees that we've spent, like, as much as our staff deserves it, we didn't spend over $3,300 over budget. So we'll get that moved around. So
That's what I was thinking, where we spend this much.
yeah, no. And Pallavi's like, who spent that? And I was like,
I know.
oh, didn't you
Where,
see the my new wardrobe? Not that I have. So anyway,
oh my God.
yeah, we'll get that corrected. No
Yeah,
worries. We'll get it corrected. We'll get it
Yeah.
corrected. Yeah, don't worry, Pallavi. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to hand make candy.
I was just staring that she doesn't know.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll get that corrected. So are there any questions besides for Tappy? Okay, all right. So we will file that, and for the end of year audit that will be coming up. Okay, anything, so Ferry, what do you have for us?
Nothing much. We did just want to point out two things. One is that, as I mentioned, all the meeting minutes are posted on PT board. They are awesome reading notes for the bedtime reading. So please be sure to read my writings. Just kidding. But yeah, they are on PT board. Also, all the meetings are recorded and they are posted on our YouTube channel. So you can get to watch those YouTube channels as well, and definitely subscribe to that. That's another channel of communication for us. We would love to get more subscription. Besides the other two, as Pamela mentioned, our PT board is really one-stop shop for everything, all the information and communication. You get to have that information there. If you ever need to connect with us, all the emails are listed there. Feel free to contact us. Besides that, we already talked about our nomination, and the chair gave us the overview of the slate we have. We look forward to have the voting next meeting in May. And we also concluded all our contests. And again, congratulations to all of our participants. We really appreciate and grateful for all of our students' engagement. We could have not done it without you guys. So thank you. Besides that, that's all for me.
Great. Thank you. Any questions for Ferry? Okay. Any new business? Anything anybody wanted to bring up? Okay, we are very efficient here. All right, so upcoming events again, yard sale sign sales. It's for seniors, and you can put a sign in your yard that says an Academies allowed and student lives here, or you can have the sign say they're the class of 2021, and those will be able to be picked up in early May. We'll have a notice on that. And so go ahead and get the link and buy those. The practice SAT, ACT test we talked about will be coming up mid-April. We'll send out some more information on that. The student challenge ends if the submissions are due by April 30th. And then our final PTSA general session meeting and elections will be Thursday, May 13th, 2021, 7 p.m. on Zoom, same time, same channel. So with that, we are adjourned. And thank you to all of our guests for being at our meeting. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Jody and Pramila, can we stay for 5 minutes?
Yeah, we can stay
Thanks,
after.
Joy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great evening. Bye.
Thank you.